It seems that right now the device is powered off. Let's assume it's out of battery. If it's out of battery, it won't turn on. If it can't turn on, we'll need to charge it. When it's completely out of power, it needs to be charged for 90 to 120 minutes. It uses Type-C charging. When charging, there will be a red ring indicator light, and its screen will also display something. There will also be a bar running here. When it's fully charged, it will light up with a green indicator. Now, I see there are 6 buttons. The C button is for powering on and resetting the screen to 0. The screen will reset to 0 after a certain period of time. As for the US button, it allows you to switch between 4 different units. Press it once and it will change to KGCM, then 1G8, then football, and if you press it again, it will return to the default unit. As for the FK button, it has 3 modes. Right now it's in K mode. Press it again and it switches to angle mode. Press it once more and it changes to follow mode. All the torque values and angles can be adjusted using the up and down buttons, and there are 3 levels of values. Speed. The M button represents 30 memory groups. For example, right now it's on the first group, M01F. So we set it as the first group and then move on to the second group. Let's adjust the value. 199.5. Then go back to the first group. Then if you switch to the second group like this, the second group is already set. If you press and hold the power button for 3 seconds, it will force shutdown. When you power it on, as I mentioned earlier, the main settings of the machine are already completed and it returns to the first group. Then move on to the second group. Done. Alright, now let's take this 1/4 inch socket and press the push button on the ratchet head. Then attach it. Now let's install the socket set. Alright, let's press the C button to power on. Since this is an angle series, it will calibrate to horizontal when it starts up. After it powers on and levels itself, we can adjust the value up or down. Let's adjust it to 45 Newton meters. We're using F mode, so now let's start applying force. In F mode, once you apply force and then release, it will return to the original preset value. Now let's switch to K mode. Now let's apply force again. Now it will capture the last applied force as the peak value, which is the maximum force, and the screen will flash for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, it will return to your original preset value. Alright, now switch to A mode, which is the angle mode. Let's set the angle to 2 degrees. Then start applying force. Alright, when it actually reaches 2 degrees, it will trigger, and now both the angle and torque values are displayed alternately for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, it will return to the originally preset value. As mentioned earlier, this one can be used to calibrate digital torque wrenches, and its metal accuracy is set at 1%. This one, however, has a precision of 5 per mille because its internal structure is different from the other one. Its function for calibration is based on the same principle as the other one. You can see that the two of them, in fact, they actually mean the same thing. In a moment, we'll do a demonstration again, just to see where the differences between the two are. Of course, if you have higher requirements for metal accuracy, it's recommended to purchase the one with 0.5% accuracy. But if you simply want to compare the accuracy of digital torque wrenches, or if you only need about 1% accuracy for calibration, then you can use the adapters for calibration. Alright, then let's test at 20%. At 40%, that's 80 Newton meters. Okay, this one shows 80, and this one shows 80 minus 1. Assuming there isn't any. Even without car manufacturing equipment, you can also just pull it by hand to make a comparison. Now let's do 120 degrees. Here it's 120.1, and here it's 120.5, so the error is 0.4. At 160, 120, 167. Here it's 161.7. Okay, let's move to the next point. After that, we'll check here to see if its defensive function is working properly and so on. Then our team calculated that when it reached 200 at the front, this team had a bigger jump and then it broke away. So that means it went up to 200 and this one is 199. If the difference between the English version and 200 is 1 Newton meter, that's a difference of 0.58, which is 5%. So it's pretty straightforward.